Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And I just want to ask everybody out there who is watching, how are you all doing? If you guys are doing great, definitely hit that like button and also comment down below how you guys are doing. But nonetheless, we've seen another bank today get bailed out. So $44 billion bank, PacWest Bancorp, crashed over 25% today. And then it was also bought out. Like I said, going all the way back to March, April, around that same time, I told you guys that this is not over. We are slowly but surely getting to the point where we are going to see a lot more banks collapsing. We are seeing a washout, if you will, of the traditional system so that the new system can be ushered in. And well, it seems as though that is already starting, because while this is happening and while everyone is focused on a PacWest Bancorp going essentially belly up, guess what we've seen launch today? Oh yeah, that's right, Worldcoin. And what is Worldcoin, you might ask? Well, this is a coin where you scan your retina in order to get coins. That's right. So check this out. So from Chris Bleck over on Twitter, he said Worldcoin is taking full advantage of the fact that the vast majority of humans are complete idiots. And, you know, listen, it really is true. Like, I keep saying it around crypto and even CBDCs, like 99% of the general public is asleep at a crucial time where everyone should be focused up and realizing what's actually happening. Like, our financial freedom as we know it is definitely at risk. And I've said it, like, we need to be concerned at this time. It is in our best. I'll tell you this, right? Like, a lot of people have said that the concerns around CBDCs are useless, that we shouldn't be concerned. Whenever we have central bankers in control of money, I think that it warrants being concerned. Look at what they've done with the US dollar ever since the inception of the Fed. I mean, central bankers are seriously the worst, especially around financial health, as well as the health of the global financial system, as we know what's happening today. So as we do look at this, like, yeah, I do agree with this statement. Like, most of the general public is asleep and they're distracted. And we do see who lack any ability to critically think about why they shouldn't be exchanging their retina scan for a few dollars worth of an absolute trash coin. And here is the video from Worldcoin. I'm going to play it. I'm going to mute the sound because I know that YouTube has been muting sound anyways. But this is essentially their trailer, if you will, for this coin. And it's absolutely wild. It's wild what they want you to do. To me personally, this seems so dystopian. I've talked about it many times in the past as well, as we do address CBDCs and what's happening around this new system, especially pushed from the World Economic Forum, for an example, and how they want this fourth industrial revolution where, you know, essentially you own nothing and you will be happy. It's wild, right? And a lot of people think that this is a conspiracy theory, but things are moving very quick. And also a lot of people are going over to Twitter and talking a little bit about this. So we just imagine scanning your eye in exchange for a token that is controlled by a centralized company. And here we have controversial crypto project Worldcoin has released its WRD token. It scans people's eyeballs to create an immutable digital ID. The crypto project was founded by Sam Altman, the co-founder of OpenAI. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty wild, right? But on top of this, it seems as though there's something even scarier behind this. And I believe that this is going to be utilized as yet again another example to push strict regulations and stomp out the retail sector. Why do I believe this? Well, check this video out. So Johnny Deaton actually responded back to it. He quoted the tweet and he says, "What the hell did I just hear this dude say? Did he literally say that he can't talk about how Worldcoin is distributed because of the regulatory uncertainty in the US? If there was ever a signal to run away as fast as you can from a project, here it is. Is he saying he can't tell you how to acquire it or what you're acquiring because he might get sued? Now that I think of it, is he being smart and just following legal advice, or is he a moron? But this is an example of the chaos caused when you have bad faith regulators like Gary Gensler intentionally keeping the regulatory environment as unknowable. Here we have when a crypto founder refuses to answer questions about token distribution, red flags. And check this out. This is 28 seconds long.
Distribution of the Worldcoin token. And that's the name of the token, correct? Worldcoin?
Yes.
how does that actually get into people's hands, and what is like the distribution plan for like how do I get Worldcoin and how much do I get, and what are the details behind that?
Look, many of the details we can just not talk about here for the regulatory uncertainty in the United States. You're certainly aware of. So we will not go too much into details.
Distribution of the Worldcoin.
So there you have it. You know, is this guy smart? Is he just following legal advice, or is he a moron? We have no idea, but it seems as though, you know, there's a few projects that come and go in the space, and a lot of them, I've talked about it, right? Like, there's absolutely no way that FTX was not an inside job. I've said it many times in the past. A lot of this is planned to push their anti-crypto campaigns, especially Elizabeth Warren. As we do know, she was in bed with Gary Gensler, not literally, but you know what I mean. She was talking to him quite a bit about FTX and questioning him about FTX, and there was the scandal about the emails sent to Gary Gensler before the hearing. I mean, it's wild. It's wild what's happening within the space. And also right on par with this, guess what? Check this out. Here is outside of what Worldcoin is doing. Whether it's your palm or your eyeballs, the trend is to have you pay with your biometrics. Check this out. So this is payment for stuff in China using the palm of your hand. It's about 12 seconds long. Let me mute it because you never know, right? YouTube has been muting a lot of things, but here you guys have someone paying for goods and services and they're scanning their hand. This is as dystopian as it gets, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. And then also, while all of this news is coming out around Worldcoin and we even see this bank collapsing, well, guess what we also got? Oh yeah, that's right. Russia. Vladimir Putin signed the digital ruble bill into law, opening way for a ruble-backed CBDC. This is big. This is big. And you know what's interesting about all of this? Is that we also just recently seen 44 countries now interested in joining BRICS as a multipolar world takes shape. Shout out to Michael Branch for this. And yeah, BRICS are expanding rapidly, and now we do have this ruble law coming into place, making a CBDC possible in Russia. The new law describes a legal framework for a central bank digital token. This is only going to continue, right? This is only going to continue to be a trend. I've talked about it. And let it be known that whether or not people like this, it's unstoppable. It is inevitable that this is coming. I see a lot of people quoting and mentioning a lot of other individuals like Warren Davidson for an example, which I will get to here in a second. But I want you guys to realize that this is like government backed. All of this agenda around CBDCs, it's already set in place. The elites already have this planned. We are not avoiding this. We could fight it, we could resist it, and we should. But I do fear that at the end of the day, it's all going to be useless because we're going to get a CBDC. Over here, some banks have gone cashless in Australia. It's starting. Check this out. This is from July 23rd.
What are your thoughts on not being able to get cash from a bank?
I just think it's crazy. Like, it's our money and we still need and want to be able to use cash. You know, what right has the bank got to tell that we can only transact the way they want to transact? It's all about just skimming off fees. They want everyone doing FPOS so they get that little bit off each fee and it goes to their billions of profit every year.
I can see why it's also happening, because from a tracking perspective, you want to have a cashless society, track where people are spending their money so we can evade taxes. So this is good. People who are evading taxes can be caught.
Do you think it will affect you personally?
Not really, because I'm not really trying to evade taxes, but I know a lot of people who will be affected.
It would be inconvenient if you needed to pay for something with cash. Maybe it would affect older people, or like, it wouldn't affect me too much, I would say, because yeah, I use my card for everything. Just inconvenience though.
I think more for like people coming from overseas would be annoying for them, I think.
Do you think that would change where you bank?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. So it's quite a large bank, so I think people will still continue. It might make things inconvenient, but I think people will still continue to bank with
And do you think
CBA.
it will affect you?
No, not personally. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't really use that much cash out. Sometimes I do, but not too much, so should be all right.
So yeah, you can tell that there's a big difference here in what the first guy was saying versus everyone else. You know, are you going to be affected? No, everything's going to be fine. The problem is that once they go cashless, then they can push a CBDC. And a lot of people will be blinded by this. A lot of people will think that it's good because they will cater it to the retail sector. And I've talked about this, right? They're going to sell you on security. Oh, it's extremely efficient. It's so convenient for you, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? Now you have limitations per month on spending, what you can spend the money on. They're tracking every single transaction. And a lot of people think that this is all just fear mongering and that it's this, that. But I want you guys to realize that we've already looked through the documents of the ECB with their digital euro. I mean, there's a lot of concerning things out there around a lot of these CBDCs. A lot of the World Economic Forum discussions as well, where they are openly talking about controlling what you can buy and what you can, sell, and like it's wild. Now, also, like I said, a lot of people think that we're going to stop this. Just recently, going on the July 23rd timeframe, Warren Davidson, the Federal Reserve, is building the financial equivalent to the Death Star. Central bank digital currency corrupts money into a tool for coercion and control. Congress must swiftly ban, then criminalize any effort to design, build, develop, test, or establish a CBDC. And I do fear that, listen, this is already in place. It's already planned. They are already moving extremely fast on this. Every single nation outside of the US is also moving. So I do think that it is too late. I think that the best time to fight a CBDC was probably about roughly 10 years ago when we first started to see them rise on the occasion. And now I think with the pandemic really pushing this forward and streamlining the idea around CBDCs, I think it's a little too late. And I hate to be that guy to say that, but I really do think it's too late. And we even do see down here, it may not stay up, but here's the link. And this is the Indeed post around the senior crypto architect, central bank digital currency in San Francisco. This is the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. And we do see their own words. You will engage directly with management, other developers on the team, development operations teams, and vendors to ensure that the Federal Reserve is well positioned to design, develop, and implement technology to support a CBDC as may be required by the Board of Governors. So yeah, this is moving pretty quickly. And I've seen a lot of people talking about DeSantis in Florida. Again, that's state level. When things go into law around federal level, it's completely different and it overshadows what the state is actually doing. When it comes to a CBDC, I do think that we will see that overthrown. And I do believe that Florida will be utilizing a CBDC as well. And last but not least, I do just want to play this video, which is more so an individual, Hannah Cox. Actually, she's responding back to the Warren Davidson tweet and really kind of, looking into CBDCs and warning people ahead of time. And check this out.
So Congressman Warren Davidson just called out something very concerning. Apparently, the Federal Reserve is quietly building a central banking digital currency, even though they've been given no permission to do so. He tweeted the news along with this job posting for the Fed in San Francisco. In the ad, they say they're seeking a technologist to perform central bank digital currency research and development. The ad also says this is an outstanding opportunity to be a part of a team on the leading edge of technology research into central bank digital currency. Yikes. We've been raising the alarm about this kind of threat-based politics for some time. This would essentially give the government the ability to control your money. As one economist pointed out at the World Economic Forum earlier this year, he thought this was a positive. A digital currency would have programmability, where basically they could make your money expire, prohibit you from using it in certain ways. The Federal Reserve is really bad at running money, period. Since going off the gold standard in 1971, they have continued to tank the economy and the worth of the dollar. There is no reason they should get this power, and Congress must act to stop them right now.
And I completely agree with everything that she said. I mean, literally, word for word, what she said is what I've been saying for a while. We've been speaking on this. They want to take control of your money. They want to control your everyday life through your money, which technically they kind of already do. But this would be much more of an invasion of your privacy, of your finances, and even your freedom around finance. Also, like she said, that the Federal Reserve is extremely bad at managing money, as we do know. Same with the Treasury. I mean, listen, as we really kind of look at the economy itself, it's clear that these people have no idea on how to run the economy. But hey, who am I to judge, right? We only have years and decades, actually, I should say, of information backing those claims. But with that being said, of course, I do think everyone should be awake to this idea. This is right on par with the New World Order. This is what they want, especially from the World Economic Forum. And everything that is launching around this space, especially with the recent announcement from Vladimir Putin. And then also right on par with that, you have the BRICS expanding. And then you have these new coins coming out that are scanning your biometrics in order for an airdrop to be applied to your account. I mean, it's extremely dystopian, but you know what? This is 2023. Does it really surprise you at this point? The last 3 years have been a wide awakening for those that are awake and for those that are paying attention. You can see the cracks in the system, and it's all showing us our future. And it's extremely dystopian, but it's also extremely scary. It's concerning, and I do think that it warrants us questioning things, and at least trying to fight back to protect our finance, protect our financial future, as well as our financial freedom. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. This is up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.